Change of scenery, I guess. Change of scenery. But this is one of those days. This is one of those days, and I think it's really crucial that we should have a conversation about it. Let me cut this out because Discord is an absolute pain in the ass when it comes to notifications. I don't know how to get rid of it. But that's aside from the point. Just a huge lesson that I've learned so far. It's like you're the creator of your own misery, whatever that title was. I had it in my story, and it was because I seen it from a museum that we went out to, Tate Modern, out in London. And that has been the story for the past few weeks. I've created my own misery, slowly and slowly. It came from just not taking care of myself. And it's so counterintuitive that I say that. It's so hypocritical because the day-to-day that I do naturally, I know a large amount of people don't. I keep my habits. I keep stuff like that. But there's certain things that just slip by. Doom scrolling. That is one. The porn situation. That is a whole nother one. And trying to get back on that road. Trying to get back to last month. Where I felt like I was just so locked in that nothing could stop me. That's what we're struggling with. That's where we're at. We're at that crossroads because we're getting to a point where we are not getting the visions that we used to get anymore. We are not getting any visions. We are not getting any clear thoughts. And I know what it's from. I know what it's from. And it ties back to you create your own misery. Because when you get in a loop, and I feel like a lot of people get into this, right? When it comes to a habit or an addiction, right? You get into a loop and you have to disrupt it. You have to find some way to disrupt the loop. But you have to find some way to disrupt it permanently to where it doesn't happen again. So as the porn thing, as the doom scrolling, finding some way to disrupt that to where you can have that second to basically in your mind say, this is not what we're doing. We don't do this anymore. This isn't what we're about. That's the difference. And maybe these conversations that I have are a way for myself to get back on track. I ended up stopping the Discord, the accountability circle. And that was a tough one. And that, in all honesty, came from emotion. Because I slipped up on some bad habits. I slipped up on, the porn situation. I slipped up on all the things I was supposed to do throughout the week. And, it comes down to it. We get into these mindsets. We get into these modes. And maybe me expressing this or talking to you about it will get me out of that. Or maybe it's in the sense of where I overreact on all the things I'm doing and I need to take a step back and realize it ain't so bad after all. It's not. Like I have everything I need. I'm in a great place. I'm in a good spot. But you always want more. You always want more. I've been in a tear for these past few weeks, and it's something I know regardless of what I do, I'll get out of. I know Mendozas don't typically quit. But definitely finding that tune again. Figuring out who I am, figuring out what I am about, what I represent. Because for the people that genuinely watch this, I do appreciate you. I appreciate you because you're invested in this story. Just like in WWE and wrestling, right? With Cody Rhodes and, Roman Reigns about ending the story, finishing the story. You guys have been watching this story. For the people that have watched me in the first video all the way from like 2 years ago, where I sat at my dorm over at the base and I was promising the world. I was promising travel videos. I was promising this. And I folded. I didn't record videos. I recorded one. I didn't stick up to my word. And it's keeping that consistency. It's keeping that discipline. aside from the motivation, I realized one thing. I'm good at starting and I'm not good at continuing. And we got to change that. We have to change that. And I know what I need to do. But hey, at the end of the day, these videos help me help you. Because these videos help me realign myself. Think about what is going on right now and be able to express it and actually show it. Because I know without a doubt, I know there's one thing for sure. Out of all this little mini turmoil, the misery that I'm creating in my head, I know in November it's going to be a different Mendoza. Without a doubt in my mind. Mendoza is going to be a different being. This is just that road. This is just that step. Every hero has a fall, or every hero has a stump. Every hero has a drop. It depends on what the hero does after that makes him a hero or makes him a side character. Sometimes you never know if you're actually a hero or not until you realize that you are, because you got put through things that test your mind, test your soul, test your being, test your fiber. I appreciate every single one of you who have watched these videos, because I know they're 8 minutes long and I know that's a nice chunk of change out of your day. But I guarantee you one thing, especially on YouTube, especially the more you see the story, the more you see it unwind, everything down to each week, doing this once a week for you, right? By the end of November, you will see a roadmap from where I started all the way to where I finished, and what I went through, what the personal mindset Mendoza went through to get there. I got people that I want to provide for and support, and it's that grind to get there that not many people see, or these moments like this where naturally I feel out of tune, out of place. But I love it, because it's better than that, than avoiding it, pretending like it's not there, and then watching the rest of my family generation, the rest of my kids do the same thing because dad didn't decide, to focus on what his problems were. You bottle it up. Don't get me wrong, you don't have to say it to everybody. You don't have to speak your emotions out, but you have to face them. You have to face them regardless of what you do. November will be a different Mendoza. It's already done. Mendoza will be in Tampa. He will have reached his goal of making consistent 10K a month in sales. He will have a property out in Tampa that he is able to flip to where he can have multiple tenants in the house paying for my rent and living for free from the VA loan. Mendoza will be working in the reserves part-time, utilizing the benefits, enjoying the time there, and full-time on sales. He will travel the world. He will have freedom to go to France, to Spain, to the UK, to Africa, to Germany, to wherever he wants. And his hometown, his home base is going to be Tampa, Florida. Mendoza will be there. Mendoza will do that. Mendoza will see it. Mendoza sees himself walking into the house with the real estate agent right behind him, showing him around, even though Mendoza knows this is where he wants to be. Mendoza visions the contract he's going to sign to hand over the house. It's going to be an Apollo Beach. There's going to be a nice channel in the back. Mendoza's going to have the keys in his hand to head over to the gas station to put gas in his new boat, his new fishing boat, center console. Mendoza will take people out wherever they want to go out in Tampa. He will invite people into his home. He will treasure the time he has with people. He will treasure the time he has with his family, because now he knows he can utilize his time wisely. Mendoza doesn't believe in time wasting. Mendoza believes in giving. Mendoza believes in giving time to the people that matter. Mendoza believes in consistently growing every single day. Mendoza doesn't believe in doom scrolling. Mendoza doesn't believe in short-term gratification. He believes in himself. He believes in everything that he believes in, to the point where he will be that guy. People will go to him for the answers. People will, in a time of problems, in a time of chaos, search for him to find the answer. Mendoza is the safety. Mendoza went from looking for a safety net to being the safety net for others. Mendoza dared to dream. More importantly, Mendoza took that next step. I appreciate y'all. From the top of the world, boundaries still don't exist. At the bottom of the depths where life still lives. Do you dare to dream? As a matter of fact, do you dare to take the next step? I'll see y'all later.